Well, for this one, Church of England clergy not permitted to perform baptism while wearing only underpants, tribunal has ruled.
That's some good news on that front.
They had to have a whole tribunal on this.
I guess there must have been a slew of clergy showing up only in their underwear.
Well, it doesn't say I'm not allowed to.
Because if it was just one guy, they would have said, don't do that. What happened is probably Bob did it first, and then all the rest of them saw Bob do it, and it's like, well, Bob's going to come in his underwear. Why do I got to wear robes?
Yeah,
and then they had a whole bunch
of... Just show up in my skivvies.
Performing baptism while dressed solely in one's underpants while also pinching the bottoms of a female parishioner is conduct unbecoming for the clerk in holy orders. Disciplinary tribunal of the diocese ruled this week. Reverend Clive Roger Evans, 62, of St. Peter's Bromyard, was suspended from office for 6 months for the 2017 incident. So this, it's been 5 years. It took them 5 years to rule on this.
They had to get that
matter.
Tribunal, Mike. They had to get a blue ribbon panel to get to decide on this one.
They needed they couldn't assemble enough people for the tribunal. They had to wait. Mr. Evans stated that he had been asked at the last minute to perform a full immersion baptism in 2017. He demurred as he was about to leave.
Basically, he was waffling. He didn't want to do it.
No, he was waffling as he was about to leave for holiday with his wife. However, his parishioners said their request was urgent, and he agreed to stop off with his wife on their way to a holiday destination to perform the ceremony. To perform in full immersion baptism, Mr. Evans stripped to his shorts, and it was claimed inappropriately, and he claimed he was inappropriately touched two women during this service. So he stripped down, and then he touched two women. Okay.
I guess he figured in for a penny, in for a pound. He's like, if I'm already like in my skivvies getting in the water with this kid, I'm gonna start grabbing some ass.
The tribunal's 30-page ruling 30. Well, that's like half a page every month. You know, they had 5 years.
They could have fit everything on a Post-it note.
The 30-page ruling noted that while the request to perform the baptism was urgent, there was nonetheless ample opportunity to bring with him an appropriate change of clothing. There was no extreme urgency in which it might be conceivable to justify the state of semi-nakedness. There's no excuse.
Oh, really?
Disciplinary panel held underwear to be intimate apparel and was qualitatively different to and has different associations from other forms of clothing or even of swimwear. Oh, they spent 5 years telling us that underwear is different than all other undergarments and pieces of clothing. As such, there is a loss of dignity by stripping down to underwear in the circumstances in which it occurred, which is inherently inappropriate and unbecoming. Okay. All right.
Maybe, I was thinking about it. Maybe they had to rule on this at this level so other guys don't, or other priests don't do it.
Yeah,
because if this guy got away with it, they'd be like, well, shit. If he can do that.
I'm coming with my banana hammock to church. I got a cross. I got my banana hammock. I got some Oakleys on. I'm a cool priest. I'm just hanging out the pool, telling you about Jesus.
I'm torn whether I want to do image searches for them.
Jesus in a banana hammock.
Well, I was going to do that into the priest, but I don't think I want to search for that either.
Anyone with any concerns relating to this case or any other safeguarding matter is encouraged to get in touch directly with one of our safeguarding advisors advisors, safeguarding advertisers who will offer confidential support and advice, or to speak with someone else they trust.
All right, I found this image. This will have to do. It's all the farther I'm going.
That's pretty close. Some guy wearing a cross, a banana hammock, and he looks great.
He's ready to baptize all those guys. Look at him.
Ooh, look at that face.
Yeah, he looks like Ron Jeremy. He does. And his body looks like Ron Jeremy, too.
Little more hair on him and no shirt needed.
Yeah.
That's painful to look at.
It's what's known as a hair shirt, but that's different.
Yeah.
So this is they were trying to come up with a more friendly name for the Ithaca Police Force.
Headline, Safety Makes Safe Face. They rejected suggestions for naming Ithaca's police force. Okay, to make it a little bit more friendly to the public. What was wrong with their current name? Ithaca Police? What's unfriendly about that? Is that in reference to the Ithaca shotgun, which is a classic shotgun?
Probably just the name, Ithaca, damn it. The name police is probably triggering to some people.
Oh, I see. The restructured Ithaca Police Department plan has come under quite a bit of scrutiny from various angles over the last several months. And Ithacans have expressed a wide range of opinions on the plan that would add 5 unarmed community solution workers to the new department alongside the existing Ithaca Police Department and create an overreaching Department of Community Safety. Sounds like a solid plan, guys. Let's add another layer of bureaucracy on everything. That's what you want. One particular direct way for them to show their feelings toward the department came when a plan was unveiled to those working on the reimagining public safety process, asked for the community suggestions for naming the new department. The city of Ithaca has made all 30 suggestions available to the Ithaca Voice via a Freedom of Information law request. I didn't know you could do that at the local level. Okay.
You can do a lot of things at the local level that people just won't do, but yeah, why not?
You can do FOIAs virtually everywhere, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you can ask how much your local mayor, makes in salary. I mean, it's all public.
So here are some of the suggestions. Department of Community Safety. That's kind of boring. Community support team. Community peacekeepers. Then there's the fourth one down is test idea. It sounds like someone was just trying to input something into a form online, and so they put test idea, and that went through. The next one is lipstick on a pig. Okay, let's name it that. The other one is use the resources available. Okay, it's more of a suggestion than a name, I suppose. Title ideas of new department for public safety. Okay.
The next one had a list there, and they pasted it and only sent this first line.
And the next one is Antifa.
Giving me a knobber.
Okay. Then Ithaca Police Department. It sounds like the police wrote that own suggestion in there.
Just call it that.
Just call it the same thing. Then the next one is Venti's Bong Rip. So Venti's Bong Rip. Okay. The next one is OK Corral. Safety McSafeface. Crime Spree Observers. Name of department, Ithaca PSD. Oasis. Ithaca Police Department. That's been in there a few times. The name, Sheroes.
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 I don't know what that means.
Compromise. Community Center Safety Program, new department name, title, and name of new department. So it sounds like name of new department is the actual.
So yeah, I see them drive by and they're in black and white cars. It says name of new department.
I think that's the actual winner here.
I like crime spree observers.
Yeah, that's nice. So which one won? Which is the winner here? I don't know.
What did they call it here? Let's see. Reimagine public safety program. I suspect it's just going to be called the Ithaca Police Department.
Yeah, I probably. Well, at least they had an open forum for suggestions. That's the most important thing.
They got 30, so hey, that's community support right there.
It's important. It's important to be part of the process.
It is interesting if you look at the photo at the top of one of their police cars.
Yeah.
And the badge says Police Department, Ithaca, New York. So that's their title. But then on the door, it's just written Ithaca Police.
Yes.
So what the heck's their actual name?
It certainly isn't consistent.
Yeah, get it right, people.
All right. Well, we'll be following up on this soon, I'm sure.
We'll track this one. So. All right. So I got another one. Man contracted a new antibiotic-resistant strain of super gonorrhea.
Oh, wow. Holy
sex workers.
Oh, geez.
Man, I got mixed emotions about this one.
Illinois is going to rebrand Asian carp to try to sell more of them.
Rebrand Asian carp. Does Asian carp have like a bad connotation? Is it an invasive species? Does it not taste good?
No, they just get college entry easier. Or actually, they get it denied because they're smarter.
Yeah.
They score better on tests. I'll spoil that one. The name they came up with is Kopi, which sounds terrible.
Kopi?
Yeah.
Pass.
Yeah.
Well, I do like to cross the streams.
Yes.
Copying. That's right to share a stall. Let's see. We did bring up the one about the monkeypox, or the new guidelines from the CDC on having sex with monkeypox.
We talked about it, but we never got into detail. We talked about the headline, but we need to know how to safely do this.
All right, I'll get this in here. So.
This is very relevant. These are just some safety tips that people need to know if they choose to have relations with another creature.
Oh, you need to chew to have relations with other creatures. You just bite them.
Oh,
Start chewing on them. How far can this go?
well, we'll find out here. Monkeypox outbreaks prompts new CDC guidelines for safer sex.
That's good news.
Yes. If you weren't terrified enough, well, maybe this will put some things in perspective here. This a health agency.
I like to have sex.
Yes, of course we do. A health agency in the United States just shared new guidelines on how people can have safer sex amidst the monkeypox outbreak. But they keep using monkeypox, and that's not the new term. Didn't they read? It's called HMPX.
Also gets confused with the new car from Mazda.
In a
You think
document,
there's like some Illuminati code for HMPX? You know what I
maybe
mean?
it's
Like- It's like even more hateful.
In a document called Social Gatherings, Safer Sex, and Monkeypox, the U.S. Center for Disease Control shared information to help people make informed decisions on as the country has more than 100 cases of monkeypox. This disease can make you sick with flu-like illness and can include a rash that looks like pimples or blisters. Monkeypox can spread to anyone through close, personal, often skin-to-skin contact, said the CDC, which believes that direct contact with rashes, sores, or scabs from a person with monkeypox is how it's primarily spread in the U.S. Well, what about other countries? How is it primarily spread in other countries?
I mean, if we're going to be talking about pox renaming, I think we should do it after Pokemon. It should be like Squirtle Pox.
I like it. Yes.
Yeah.
Make it fun and cutie.
TMNT pox.
So so how do we do this? I'm looking to do this. So how do we get this
scroll
done?
down, it's there's a list of like 8 things towards the bottom.
Oh, like this. How monkeypox is spread during sex. Contact can also happen when you're having sex, said the CDC, including oral, anal, and vaginal sex, or touching the genitals, penis, testicles, labia, and vagina, or anus.
We'll have one of each. Okay. And then gin and soda.
So you can go penis to penis, vag to vag. You can also go butt to butt. So you got to be careful.
Look, I don't need permission from you.
I do like how parenthetically they have to explain both what genitals are and what the anus is.
Yes, it is anus, parenthetical butt. Also, you got to watch out for hugging, massaging, and kissing, touching fabrics or objects during sex that were used by a person with monkeypox and that have not been disinfected, such as bedding, towels, fetish gear, and sex toys. Are sex toys not fetish gear?
They may be in a specific category.
Come on, man.
Well, lowering monkeypox risk during sex. Sexual partners should be communicative. Sexual partners should be communicative about recent illnesses and rashes to each other. Quote, if you and your partner recently have been sick, currently feel sick, or are having new and unexplained rashes or sores, do not have sex and see a healthcare provider. Doesn't that kind of go without saying? Like, typically, when I'm sick, I'm not really in the mood, you know?
But if you go to the healthcare, well, it's Pride Month, Mike. Come on. If you go to the healthcare provider, do they provide the sex?
Maybe. I mean, they would do it sterilely. And by the way, if you're with your partner and they have oozing rashes, they don't feel well, they're covered in scabs, does that really get you in the mood?
Hey, it's Pride Month. Anything.
I'm just saying, like, it's not like a huge turn on. Like, it's not.
Well, you know what I want to do. Everything is somebody's fetish. So someone out there is
taking care of your duties here like you're supposed to.
Yeah, ask Mr. Discipline there, whatever his name is.
Like, my wife just got, I had poison ivy all up and down my arms. My wife had poison ivy. Sex was not on my mind while she was there, like itching and really going through a lot of agony. And I can't imagine, like, there's people out there, regardless of monkeypox infections and rashes and oozing pusses, like, the hell with all that. I'm having sex right now.
That's right.
Well, if you still decide to have sex, if you and your partner have or think you might have monkeypox, here are the CDC tips for safe sex. Have virtual sex with no in-person contact. Okay.
That's what Mark Zuckerberg would like.
And so if that doesn't do it, masturbate together at a distance, at least 6 feet, without touching or any rashes or sores.
I have to do it. With my shirt off. So I jerk off in front of 14-year-olds.
You can do at 6 feet. I still don't think that's legal to do. I still don't think that's legal to do. Third bullet point here is consider having sex with your clothes on or covering areas where the rash or sores are present, reducing as much skin-to-skin contact as possible.
You know, when I'm sitting there with my underwear, I mean, it's pretty amazing.
Well, didn't they just say, tell your partner if you have rashes or sores, and then they're saying, but just, hide them.
Hide it, yes, cover it up so it's not so unsightly. You don't want to turn off your...
They legalized the ability to give AIDS to people in California. That's fun.
Yeah, that was that Scott Wiener?
I don't know what that was, but they were like, yeah, it's not a crime to disclose your status. And so if you're spreading AIDS, like,
no big deal.
Yeah, no biggie.
Well, remember to wash your hands, fetish gear, sex toys, and any fabrics after having sex. Now, I like to let it ferment for a while.
Yeah, go with that flavor in there.
I like a nice stank on my my gear.
It's a fermented thing. It's actually good for your biome.
Your biopic.
I like a nice vintage Chinese dong.
well used.
It's an antique. It was my father's before mine. He passed it down. It's a family heirloom.
Yeah, track all my partners just based on the collected juices. Oh, God.
And then lastly, limit your number of partners to avoid opportunities for the monkeypox to spread.
But, Joe, you just brought up that the CDC, the same organization, said what was safe for COVID and what was not. If you have less than 49 people, you have a little more than 99. How many partners? They should put a number on that.
2?
2?
Maybe 4?
I was going to get there and you said...
I'm quick.
So
he's a sharpshooter. He's a Texas man at heart because he could pull that thing out of the holster.
But why didn't the CDC give a specific number? They just say limit your numbers.
Yeah,
well, how many?
They were very specific with COVID, but in here they're being really loosey goosey. They're just they're saying don't fuck so much. They should just limit that last bullet point to stop fucking so much.
Could y'all stop fucking so much?
And I'm sorry, this is a family-friendly show, and I don't mean to use that coarse language, but it calls for it in this circumstance because the CDC is so asinine sometimes.
Sometimes.
Just saying, these are crazy times.
Did
I
you
never
know
thought I
that
would read a list like this.
So the CDC building in The Walking Dead is actually one of the newest concert venues in the Atlanta area.
Oh, really? The one that blew up at the end of season 1? Spoilers.
Spoilers from a 20-year-old show.
It's up towards Smyrna, Georgia, which is one of the great names. I don't even know what that means, but it feels like a verb.
Have you been there?
Smyrna? Yeah, I used to live in Smyrna.
Yeah, but did you see? Was it always a concert venue? Is it now a concert venue?
No, it was recently built. I saw artists there. I saw one of those NPR dudes who writes good books, but I haven't thought about for years. Whatever. He was. It like civilization has totally changed, and he was like a brilliant author, and at this point, like, he's just gone because we're all so fucking eccentric and crazy. Like, there's too much going on. If I think of it all,
Well, I mean, you brought up The Walking Dead, and they're getting ready to wind this entire series down, Joe. Jesus. And I know you're a big fan, and I think the newest last part of the season is going to start up again. I think September. So everyone tune into AMC, check it out. Walking Dead season 11. It's happening. Make sure you clean your sex toys.
Yeah. Wash your fetish gear before you watch.
Yeah. All right.
Let's see. I got a bunch of other stories we're not going to get to. I'll give you guys a couple of options here. So I know you're both familiar with the Columbus area. So there's an Ohio State gets approval for the trademark "the" in front of their name.
Oh, the Ohio State? Really?
Yeah.
That has been a point of contention for a long time. If you talk to anybody who's hardcore about Ohio State, and you say, hey, you went to Ohio State University, they will go, the Ohio State University. They will correct you.
And then punch you with their fetish gear.
Yeah, they're very hardcore about it. My brother went there, although he's not hell-bent on correcting people with that the.
Let's see. I've got 3. Well, let me see here. There's one I really want to get to, but we've got a ranking of every Oreo flavor. I didn't realize there were so many.
Real quick, I did find it. David Sedaris.
David Sedaris,
that name?
Yeah, I know it. Yeah, I know it. He's a writer.
He's a satirist.
Yeah, but he did, and he signed books and everything for us, and he was one of the first people I saw at the CDC.
You saw him at the CDC?
Venue. No, okay. It's a concert venue.
It's a concert venue called the CDC.
But in The Walking Dead, it's like,
he was carrying a bag full of fetish gear. He wasn't sure how to clean it properly.
Joe, it's called the CDC. Get it right.
He's good, dude. When you are engulfed in flames.
Yeah, he's a good writer.
Yeah.
Also have Twinkies are getting into their own crypto coin, calling it Twink coin.
Oh, that's some good news on that front.
I love it. I love it when they.
That's like a pride thing.
Twink coin.
Yeah,
let's buy in. Buy low. Let's get in. Let's get on the ground floor.
So this one is I'll put this one in. It's just an announcement. It's more like a PR thing.
I like it. I mean, if you remember, we covered a while ago, Radio Shack, that brand has been taken over, is being transformed into some sort of cryptocurrency exchange. So why can't Twinkies, which, by the way, I thought Hostess was off the market. Remember that thing a couple years ago where Hostess was going bankrupt and it was going off the market? Now Twinkies is back in a big way?
I think that somebody just bought the name.
Okay.
Let's find out.
We'll find out. Hostess launches Twink Coin snack cakes.
Dude, that's like skinny young boys.
Yes. I mean, that's what a twink is, right, Joe?
Yeah.
They're very effeminate, slender young gentlemen that like to have sex with
older
men. That's what they'd like to do.
So the question is, did they announce this during Pride Month deliberately, or did they not realize what they just
that's
said?
That's what I was thinking too. Yeah.
Well, Hostess Brands Incorporated debuted a limited edition snack. Well, if it's limited, why am I just finding out about it now?
No, you got to get Twinks all year.
Okay. Limited edition
subscription service.
A limited edition snack called Twink Coin under its Twinkie snack cake brand. The new Twink coin is a play on the current cryptocurrency frenzy and features coin-shaped cakes. The cakes are similar to Twinkies in composition and flavor, featuring a vanilla sponge cake exterior and a cream-filled interior, but have been made in a disc shape to mimic the shape of an enlarged coin. Probably easier to have sex with that way, too.
It's an engorged coin.
The new Twink coin snack cakes will be available at Walmart stores starting at the end of June for a limited time. They are distributed in boxes of 10 individually wrapped cakes at the suggested retail price of $3.49.
That's good news.
All right, but is there some online cryptocurrency tie-in? Like, I buy these cakes, I scan a QR code, and then I get deposited into my crypto wallet, Twink coin, that I can then use in the metaverse and buy stuff at the Wendy's verse. Like, there's an opportunity that they're missing here.
I think they should print a QR code on the bottom of every Twink coin. And people, once you bite into it, it's too late. Yep, you can't ever get that Twink coin. You've ruined it.
Yeah, something like that.
Do you have to meet a top to get the bottom?
It's like the keymaster and the gatekeeper. Something like that. At least we're brainstorming here.
Confusing. Can we just go back to the 90s?
Ray has gone bye-bye, Egon.
No. If we're having these brainstorming sessions like this to improve their brand, you'd imagine that some people at Hostess are having the same conversations. They're choosing not to go with these ideas because they're antiquated and they're out of step with what the public wants out of a snack pack.
I wonder if they had somebody on their marketing team pitch this idea. Hey, tell them to call it the Twink coin, and there's like, oh, that's a great idea, and they ran with it, and they don't realize what they're doing.
Yeah, maybe.
You know what I love? Handy snacks. You remember these goddamn things? You get like 4 crackers and this fake as fuck cheese with this red plastic butter knife. Like, what is
the sharp plastic knife?
We got to get some of those.
They wouldn't let you in there on a 303 or whatever it is when you go into, they put you in Crazy Town. You can't have handy snacks because you could probably shiv a dude. So
I remember getting those snack packs in my sack lunch when I was in grade school. Like, your mom would throw in like one of those crackers and that cheese that had like a shelf life of 20 years, and you spread it on your cracker. You'd have your peanut butter sandwich and maybe a chocolate milk from the cafeteria, and your lunch is done. That's a good time. Dude, maybe
if you want to prep, it's handy snacks.
Yep.
Right.
If that's all you've set aside, Twinkies? Joe, you are going to be so constipated by the end of the week.
Maybe.
That, like, and get some Little Debbie's. What about your Little Debbie snack cakes?
Yeah.
Your Twink coins.
Twink coins.
And Twink coins, because that's the only way you're going to pay for
stuff in the apocalypse.
Prepping like a 12-year-old. Just all these like after school snacks.
You're going to need the Twink coins for Capri Sun.
Yeah.
I'd like to live in a world where Twink coins become the currency.
Well, the shelf life of a Twinkie, I heard, is right around 10 years. So that's not bad. I mean, that has some shelf life, especially in the apocalypse. So it could be traded in that way. And I think in the movie, there's a zombie movie with Woody Harrelson where he was obsessed with getting Hostess snowballs. Like, that was his mission.
Zombieland. Yeah.
Zombieland. He wanted to go around and find Hostess snack cakes. Mm-hmm. And so there's some tie in there with the apocalypse. I don't think it's that far-fetched. You need comfort food when the shit's going down.
Yeah, for sure. And Zombieland is actually a good movie that stands up. That's a rewatchable one.
It's very fun.
Was Bill Murray plays himself and he gets murdered.
Well, you just spoiled it for anyone who's never seen it.
But yeah, spoiler alerts.
It's more than 10 years. We'll allow it.
It's like old as shit. Come on. And it's not even the biggest part of the plot. It's just a fun movie.
By the way, quick aside, looked up thing about handy snacks. Apparently, they no longer include the red spreader stabbing shiv knife thing.
Why not?
Probably because somebody got shivved.
Because you could file that down on concrete outside during recess and then jab people.
Those things were sharp as shit just right out of the box. I mean,
could really do some damage.
Corners, yeah, they could hurt.
You could
it's just a small 22.
they put one 22 round in there. to spread your cheese on your cracker.
The cheese is actually loaded into a 22 shell, and you fire your cheese at your cracker.
I like that. It's interactive.
What are you doing over there? I just put cheese on my crackers.
I'm going to go to Walmart. I rarely step foot inside of Walmart, but I will for my Twink coin.
For your Twink coin. Shove people out of the way at Walmart.
Yeah.
You should be waiting there before they open tomorrow. Gosh,
I should, like Black Friday.
Yeah, but it's just you.
Well, it says it opens. They're selling it at the end of June. So how far? I mean, it's the end of June.
Camp out.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay.
It's exclusive to Walmart, right?
Yeah, they said Walmart here.
All right. All right. So here's the last story. We have to get to this one. I put it off twice already. We need to get to this story. This one blows your mind, and there's video.
Okay, great. I love it. KFC introduces new finger spork.
That's good news.
A finger spork. Oh, yes.
It's like what you brush your dog's teeth with, right? You put it on the finger and you brush your dog's teeth. But this is a spork on the end.
So
That's
it's a spork, like what you'd use like in grade school, but you fit it over your finger. And so ideally you could have 5 going per hand.
Dude.
You could just eat shit like Freddy Krueger.
Yeah. And then you go to Whole Foods and you're just like, look, I'm just getting I'm packing up this thing, they got the hot bar and all that shit. And it's like, no, I don't have sporks on my hands. I'm just, I'm just trying to get lunch.
Are you just sampling at the bar? Is that what you're doing there?
Sampling at the bar.
all 10 fingers going?
Well, KFC is innovating. KFC looks to bring out the fun in family dinner with the introduction of the new finger sporks. The fried chicken chain's new innovative eating utensil that makes all the KFC favorites literally finger licking good. Oh, yes. They really nailed it.
It's actually like plastic or polymer licking good at this point.
Representing the new spin, representing a new spin on the original spork that KFC helped popularize in the early 70s, KFC finger sporks feature precision prong articulation, interior branding optimization, and sporktasity technology, making it even more fun to scoop out your mac and cheese, retrieve the last piece of corn, and delight your mashed potatoes. Oh, absolutely.
I think, there's a band name in there. The Finger Sporks.
Sporktasity.
That's the name of their first album.
To use, simply place your finger in the KFC finger spork, dip said finger into your favorite KFC side item, and then elevate the vessel into your mouth.
Wrong.
I like how they give instructions on how to use sporks.
How to eat.
Place utensil into food, shovel into face. Whoa, slow down.
Walk out your door. Reach out with your hand. Twist the doorknob. Open the door. Leave. Get in your car. Drive to KFC. Then exit the vehicle. Close the door. Walk up to the KFC. Left, right, using your feet. Then open the door with your right hand. Walk inside.
Well, Mikey,
use your mouth to order your food.
You did see the news story where Joe Biden is literally handed that level of detail now.
Yes, he is.
Walk into room. Left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot.
That was fucking insane.
Not a joke.
We shouldn't get into that. It's too serious. And we're having fun.
We could talk about Joe Biden news, but there is a video here of the finger spork. I'll play it on screen here.
Has this ever happened?
And they have a whimsical video that it's like an antiquated, like 1950s video of how to. And so we'll play this here. It's fun. I like what KFC's doing here.
Has this ever happened to you? Are you tired of eating sides with a slippery spoon?
Yeah.
Do you wish all your KFC favorites could be finger licking?
Yeah.
Well, now they can be. Introducing KFC Finger Sporks, our revolutionary new eating device that makes everything finger-licking good. You heard right. We took our original sporks from good to finger-licking good. The KFC Finger Spork innovatively intersects ergonomic and gastronomic technology with features like precision prong articulation, anterior branding optimization, and sporkasticity. Use it on your sides. Use it to solidify your friendships. Use it for dueling.
Fuck yeah!
Use it on your sides. Use it to show them you mean business. Use it for... not that. KFC Finger Sporks are available free of charge with purchase of a Size Lovers meal at a KFC near
Not
you.
that.
Or
What was
order your
not
Size
that?
Lover meal on your KFC app and then go to a KFC near you to pick up your KFC Finger Sporks free of charge. Or make one easy payment for your Size Lovers meal with quick
Yeah,
pickup
what was
and
the
get your
not that? Let me go back here.
Use it for... not that.
She's playing. This guy's playing a saxophone. So I don't know. The guy's playing a saxophone with a finger spork, and they're saying you shouldn't do that.
Yeah, it'd probably be hard. Kenny G should not have, finger sporks.
Yeah. Well, I like the innovation. I like the marketing here. Listen,
Do you have to use one spork for each dish, or
Side?
can you use? Do you have to have?
No, you gotta have a whole hand of fingers. It's like Edward Scissorhands.
yes,
So
you
that's
got
what
to
I was thinking.
designate
Yeah.
one spork per side. Don't mix and mash. You need segregation here with your sides.
Dude, you remember when you were growing up and they had like, this is the salad fork and this is the soup fork,
Yeah.
and this is the tea fork and everything else. It's
You
like,
You learn that
you
in
have a-
charm
you have a-
school, Joe.
motherfucker, I got a glove full of shit and I'm ready to go.
KFC
what it-
gloves, the eating glove.
What's a soup fork? That doesn't sound very effective.
Puppy fresh.
We did the Brock lock before, where it was a 50-pound lead glove that you could use to cook broccoli with.
That is important.
It
But I
is.
think this is an innovation that we need to capture.
I think so.
Because, yeah, it's
The
like,
food glove.
yeah, and then you could put forks and knives and spoons all on a glove, and you could just go berserk.
It's like a Swiss Army glove. You can do anything you want.
It's a dining room Swiss Army. It's like, I don't need to know where this salad fork is.
Yeah,
You
or
motherfucker.
the soup fork.
Soup fork,
Did get a photo of the soup fork.
the
up on
soup
screen
knife.
for you.
I got my soup knife.
My soup knife and my soup fork. You learn this in charm school.
Charm school. The least used utensil, the soup fork.
Yeah, you learn how to be a proper young woman and how to use your utensils in a proper way at the dinner table,
Especially the soup fork.
especially the soup fork.
Well,
I
just remember when you sit down at a fancy restaurant, this is no shit advice. You sit down, there's way too many utensils. Start on the outside, work your way in with each dish.
yeah,
General rule.
not with the glove. With the eating glove, you just put that thing on, you start
Give us
grabbing.
an email at ourbigdumbmouth@gmail.com. Check out obdmpod.com for all the social media and donation links. Be a part of the magic.